So here we are in Monkstown, County Dublin, with a friend of mine, Vincent Hoey, who I'm delighted to say has invited us into his wonderful home. I'm joined here by Peter Breen as well to have a conversation with the great man. And
well, I don't know the great man, but well.
And I think generally, it's best if you give us a little introduction about yourself, Vincent, who you are, and a little bit about your backstory, and we'll let the conversation go from there.
Yeah, well, I have to go back very far, by the way. I better not say how many years. But, well, no, I was born in Drogheda and reared in Drogheda, as they say, and educated in Drogheda, and worked all my life in Drogheda. So, in that sense, I'm a Drogheda man through and through, in every sense, because I've always got interested in, as I was saying, a community and community assets, and one of them, which I'm better known for, is the Drogheda United Football Club. One of the reasons why I, as a little boy, went up to United Park. In those days, Drogheda United was a junior club, and stood on the bank as a little fella and watched people like Desi Fagan and wonderful players.
And what year would that have been, Vincent?
Yeah, that would be in the 40s.
40s, wow.
Yeah. Wow. And that was my first connection with Drogheda United. And then Father Kevin Connolly started a club in Drogheda and applied to get into the League of Ireland. Before that, Paddy Riley, who was very well known in soccer circles, he'd be an uncle of the famous Mr. Riley. You know who I'm referring to? No.
The newspaper man?
No, the rugby man. I thought you'd know who he was.
Tony O'Reilly. Tony O'Reilly.
Yeah. Tony O'Reilly's uncle was the chairman of Drogheda United. In any event, Father Connolly came to me and asked me would I join the board. He was putting together a board of directors in Drogheda at the time, so I did. So those were, I could talk about those years now because they were tough years to keep the club going. Everybody, I used to say that we would meet on the Thursday night and the directors, and you always brought your checkbook because there was always money required to pay the wages and keep the club going. And so anyhow, we did fair. No, we didn't win any, as you know, but we kept it going anyhow. That team was Drogheda AFC. They were called.
And this is when you joined the board. What year would that have been when you first joined?
1963.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a life sentence.
Yeah. So in any event, there were good days down in the Limor Stadium we played, and had some very good players. I keep thinking of people in the early days. Now, you hate to be listing players because someone would say, well, he should have said so and so, and you not remember this one and that. But we did have some good players, and times Mick Megan would be the first name that would come to mind. Do you remember Mick Megan?
For overs,
Mick was the main player manager of Drogheda. A lovely man he was. Any event, the Drogheda United was a club carrying on as a junior club up the road in United Park. And I got the concept with others to unite the team and bring it back as Drogheda United, you know. So we had discussions and everything with the people in Drogheda United at the time, and we conceived this constitution, and we joined them up. Now don't tell me about years because I'm not really certain, but it would be about in 71, 2, 3.
Was that a big challenge to get those two clubs together?
Well, it was. I mean, naturally, some people felt they should have been. Well, it always is, isn't it? To join, it was quite an achievement. I knew the people in Drogheda United, as a matter of fact, a number of them came from the Cord Road. It just happened where I was born on the Cord Road and lived. There was Danny O'Neill there and Joe Mullally. They were directors of the junior club. Bakes, sure. In any event, we came together, and they joined Drogheda. Well, whoever joined who, but if any of them came Drogheda United, I always remember they were very anxious about the colours.
I was just about to ask the question.
The colours,
how did you decide?
the Drogheda United colours were red and black.
Yeah.
And the question was whether that would be the first team colours or the second. We agreed that they'd be the away colours and so on. And the extraordinary thing is we have changed the colours over the years now. But my son has now become the chairman of Drogheda United.
Big shout out to Connor, if he's listening.
Oh yeah, and he's brought in a new jersey, and it's black and red and black. Yeah, it's back to the red and black.
On that, because we'll dabble in and out of the soccer as well, but the history of the town and everything, like the red and black, we had the same thing as you know with the rugby. Drogheda United and Delvin amalgamated to make it same, and became Boyne RFC, and they adopted new colours. But the original Drogheda United rugby club colours was the red and black.
I remember them. Yeah.
And is there any reason in particular why those are the colours, or would you have known that?
Yeah, I can't honestly say, but they must go back to the very beginning, you know.
Yeah.
And in Drogheda, I remember the rugby club had the crest as well.
The Lawrence's Gay. It was actually a lovely strip, and I'm originally a Drogheda United man, so I would have preferred the red and black.
Anyhow, to go back to keep my connection just with Drogheda United, I've been the chairman for on and on numbers of years, and I've never not been either the secretary or the chairman or the and I'm now the president. I've got to that stage now.
Mr. President,
I said you don't have to do anything now, only just appear if you feel like it. But look, to go into the history of that and all the hard work to keep it going. Now, my reason, I was started back there to say my commitment to Drogheda United was I played, of course, then as a teenager. I played for Drogheda United, a youth team, for a couple of years. That was in 1952 and 1953, would you believe it? And we played in the Dublin League and all that. And then that's another stage, and then on to becoming a director and all that. But I see Drogheda United as a very important community asset, just as I would see the Drogheda Rugby Club. In particularly a League of Ireland team was an achievement for the town because it cuts the name of the town in front of the country every weekend. It's on every radio, it's on every newspaper, it's on everything. And this is very important because a bit of status to the town and an important asset. That was one of the really keen reasons. Now, I love the team and I love the football and all that, but I want to make sure that it's that team and that position in the National League is preserved. You know, it's so important. But that brings me to all the other things that I've been involved in. I used to laugh and say, "Look, I've been everything. I've been an altar boy. I've been a Boy Scout. I've been in the Gaelic League. I've been in Unrailed. I've been in the St. Peter's choral group. I can't think of all that. We started the Drogheda Arts Group, which brought prominent musicians and linked to Drogheda for years.